Hey everyone, this is Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist. In this case, showing you something pretty interesting. This is an original Russian entrenching tool from 1946. Yes, if you see it similar to something you've seen before, it is a model copied by Cold Steel and offered as their Spetsnaz Special Forces shovel. Entrenching tools have been around for many years. Even Roman soldiers had entrenching tools for digging trenches, holes, and basically all military forces around the world provide their soldiers with some form of entrenching tool or another. These days you see models that fold into 2 or 3 pieces. Some have a folding spade with a pike for breaking ground. In this case, the spade itself is a little bit like a bit of a tip there, so as to do that as well. And it's been also a tradition for military forces to train their soldiers at least in a limited amount of use of the entrenching tool as an improvised weapon. You know, they would see like the possibility of that being around, using the shovel, digging, and all of a sudden being engaged in combat. So it made sense to at least have a limited amount of a limited idea of how to use that digging tool as an improvised weapon. Now, no army, no one perfected that art as Spetsnaz, as the Russian Special Forces. For them, it is a dedicated task to use this as a weapon, and they would carry this entrenching tool, and not specifically for using it for digging, but more of using it as a weapon. This is probably why you see that the spade, the metal, which would be quite reflective, has been painted green, as you see here. Now, beyond that, this model in particular is pretty handy, pretty effective, and that's probably why Cold Steel, realizing that, copied it and so successfully offered it in the market. Everyone is liking the Cold Steel Special Forces shovel. It is a good design. It's simple. It just works very well. It's handy, and not only for digging. Cold Steel uses it also like they throw it like a throwing axe, and it just sticks wonderfully in wood and trees and such. But for digging, breaking ground, for using it as an improvised axe as well, even using it as a frying pan, it's just a good design, a good model. Even if the handle breaks for whatever reason, you can just remove those screws. If you have a Swiss Army knife or a multi-tool of some sort, you just remove these couple of screws and put a branch in there, or make a handle yourself using what you have left of the spade as a little carving hatchet. Carve yourself another handle, put it there, and put those in place again, and you have a handle there again. Very nice sound. So yeah, it is sharpened so as to cut better, dig better. And absolutely, I bought this one thinking of having it as a little car shovel, in case I get stuck in mud or snow, something like that. But given that I see that it's quite hard to get an original one, man, I just cannot do it now. I'll have to get a Cold Steel to replace it. These are not easy to come by, not at all. Here you see some of the markings. I don't know if you get to see that there. It says 1946. And something in Russian that I have no idea, Kapyak, something like that, no idea what it says. But it's not easy to come by. The original Russian entrenching tool, it's not easy to come by at all. So I just cannot do it. I'm not going to be having this in my car for beating it around. I'll just get a Cold Steel shovel and replace it. It is a great design, guys. It's a great little shovel, very handy for all those things I've been talking about. Also, even for prying, for anything that needs to be blasted or busted or cut. It does the job well. The Cold Steel Special Forces shovel, again, exactly the same as this one, but it does have better steel. So the steel in the Cold Steel one is actually going to be better. Of course, you're going to be getting a new handle, and the screws are actually Phillips, which I think are more handy in case this breaks and you need to replace that. It is like a better type of screw to work with. And yeah, that's why you see it mentioned so much. If you've been around the survival preparedness community for any amount of time, you've probably heard several times people talking about the Cold Steel Special Forces shovel. It's you know, it chops almost like a little axe, like a little hatchet. It digs okay. I mean, if you're gonna be using this for much digging, you're gonna be busting your back, no doubt. It is kind of small for that, but for the kind of things that you may come by in your car, you know, like maybe digging a little bit, a limited amount, or you know, if the alternative is not having a shovel or having this, everyone will want to have this one instead. No doubt about that. So it's a handy little model, and it is a model that has proven itself during these many years that it's been around, and especially the one offered by Cold Steel. It's very much appreciated by the people in the survival and preparedness community for all the right reasons. Guys, that's all for now. I hope you enjoy this little video of mine, a little bit of history and a little bit of talking about tools and such. Have a great week and see you on our next video. Take care.